Morning Brew Tubers, it's Beanham Homebrew here again, Sunday morning again for another brew. This is the second one of the book that was kindly bought, the one I was speaking about. Christmas Ale is what we're doing today. I've already pre-warmed the tun and got the mash in there, got sort of a bit ahead of myself, put the boilers on a timer so that it was nice and warm this morning. So yeah, a Christmas Ale we're doing. The grain bill on this one is pale malt 4.4 kilos, biscuit malt 500 grams, Cara Munich one, Cara, I think, 350 grams, crystal malt 300 grams, torrefied wheat malt 100 grams, and I don't know, something special one malt 100 grams, Cara Fa something, I don't know. I'll put it up at the thing in a minute. So yeah, that's in there for an hour of mashing at 67. Again, same as last week, I've had a little bit of an issue with that one. When it was too high, then it was too low. I've got it at 67.7, so I don't know what it is. Hopefully it'll stay sort of around about that. It's not as cold today, so but I pre-warmed the tun anyway. And for the hop additions, Challenger hops at starter boil, 18 grams. Styrene Golding, I think that is. Styrene Golding. Yeah, for the last 15 minutes, 26 grams, and then flame out 26 grams. And the other things which I haven't used, so this will be a first, because it's obviously a Christmas ale. And obviously we had it. We got star anise, which never used it in beer, so I don't know. That'd be interesting. 10 grams of that for the last 10 minutes of the boil. Cinnamon sticks, 2 sticks, last 10 minutes of the boil. Ground nutmeg, must go and do that. 1 teaspoon, and light candied crystal, which I suppose is just crystal juice. So I've got a feeling that might stick to the bottom of the boiler. So what I might actually do is some of the liquor, keep some of it, put it in a pan. Obviously mount that in there, and then add it in there when it comes to the last 5 minutes of the boil, because you can guarantee that's going to go and stick to the bottom and burn, and then it's going to be all horrible and nasty. So, and yeah, the yeast we're using is whey yeast again, 1028 London Ale. So I'll give a quick turn around if anyone's interested. That's what we're doing today. As I say, it's out of that, which I think people are calling the Homebrew Bible. So I can't remember what number brew day this will be. I think it'll be 11, 12. I think it'll be 13, because I did do a couple of malt extracts yesterday, but I didn't video them. I have done a video on a malt extract. The reason I've done those ones as like an in-between is because obviously my partner and that likes IPA. So I had one that I'd kept up, believe it or not, in the bedroom, and it sat at 22 degrees for the whole 2 weeks, and she helped me bottle. Cool, didn't it make a difference? I think we got washed and bottled within the hour. It made so much difference. It was, and she enjoyed bottling, so she said, well, every time you need to do bottling, I'll help you. So that was a bit of a result, because it is a pain. It is a real pain, but some people love the experience and enjoy doing it, and I know others of you just don't. And I think I'm one of them that it's the absolute pain of washing them all up, even though I wash them all before. But obviously, because I store them in plastic containers, I like to wash them again, and then obviously sterilise them before we use them, and sanitise them. But it is just on your own, it's quite tricky. So yeah, she was filling them, I was capping them. So all the series, the 4, I suppose I can call them the Christmas series, even though one of them's not really a Christmas one. I mean, the next one, hopefully, it won't be next weekend. I might try and do it in the week if I can. Is a winter warmer. So call it a trilogy, I suppose. Christmas trilogy, yeah, whatever. So yeah, they're as I'll come back to you, I suppose, once basically I'm gonna, I think it's batch barging it's called. I'm just gonna fill the tund up. I found that worked quite well last week, and if I end up with a jug over, I'll make sure I stick it on the side so I don't forget it like I did last week. I mean, that's in the fermenter and that is going like a nutter. It is bubbling away like a nutter. Got to get the other fridge obviously up to temperature, because this one's going to go into the one next to it. So yeah, as I say, yesterday I've done another one of those Bulldog IPA, the Evil Dog, and that's what we bottled Friday evening. So she said, oh, can you get another one? I thought, well, yeah, it's easy, isn't it? Chuck it in there, just mix it all up. And I then got, because she wanted two, but they didn't have two, I picked up an American IPA. I think it's, yeah, Young's American IPA. And I've stuck that in there as well. So there's two of them in there bubbling away. I mean, I looked this morning, they've started to bubble already. So there's a couple of thermostats in there. As I say, the room, it's electronically controlled. Is that right? Yeah, when I'd done the cottage and obviously rebuilt it, I put underfloor heating and that in there, but it's, I don't know if I've said before, the whole house, everything you see runs off solar. It's been running off solar now for quite a few years. I've increased the capacity of the batteries and the panels and the turbines and stuff. So yeah, everything runs, and the house is been wired for a smart technology, so it can be controlled within 0.5 of a degree. And there's sensors in the rooms. You can't see the sensors, they're behind boxes, and in, you know, they're just the sensors. And this is what all this basically does. This room, which is away from the house, it used to be a coal bunker, so it just seemed fitting to have it as the heating room. I know I'm digressing a bit, but the reason I'm putting it in there is I can actually keep the room at a set temperature. So if you like, it's like a massive great fermentation fridge. The only thing is I can, if I wanted to, try and bring the temperature down, but you can't bring it down too low, obviously, because the heating system, there's too much of a difference in the flowing and returning of it, and it does take quite a few days to bring it down. So that's the purpose for the fermentation fridges. I don't really want the bedroom full up with barrels of beer everywhere, but that's the spare room. So when it has to be fermented around the 18 to 25 degrees, I can do that quite easily in there by setting it, and it'll just happily plonk away. So as I say, I've got a couple taped to the barrels up there. They're reading spot on. The room's set at 23, I think it is, and the actual buckets in there at the moment are then on 22. They move 0.1, drop again, move. It's not a massive variance, so that's quite handy for that. As I say, that's an easy, chuck it in there, 2 weeks, well actually a week and a half, I'll go and dry hop it, because that's what it says to do, and then a week after, you know, a couple of days after that, sometimes I leave it 3 weeks, I don't know, it seems alright. We'll bottle it, because she's going to help me. The American one I've done, it's got oak chippings in it, if you like. So I don't actually know what that's going to be like. It obviously smelt woody, I know obviously the smell of oak and stuff. So I don't know really what that's going to be like, but that's 6.5%. But I might do a video on it. I might probably do a video of testing of it. Maybe I should do some malt extracts, because for people who want to get into it, it is an easy, I mean, you just got a fermenting bucket. If you can regulate the temperature close to that, then you don't have to put loads of money at it. You can go down your own brew shop, pick up your malt extracts, and you can, you know, you can just do what it says on there. I see a lot of guys on there do a lot of experimenting and use that, add hops and stuff like that. So yeah, you can do that as well. But someone who wants to do it on a budget, I mean, I think you can work out 50-60p. Obviously, if you do a real good schedule on it, you can schedule the you know, adding the hops and stuff like that obviously gets a little bit more expensive. What I was going to say is, obviously a lot of people say how much electric and stuff uses. For me, because it's obviously all run on solar, it's not costing me in that way, if you like. Okay, the initial outlay did, but because of obviously the ups and downs of the electricity, I needed guaranteed. Well, it's gone 10 minutes. I've been waffling again. So yeah, let's come back in an hour when that's done. So it's the Christmas ale today. Sorry about the waffling again. I'll come back when I sort of batch sparging, and then hopefully for the boil for the first edition, and I'll weigh all that out and let's see what events we have today. See you soon, guys. Right, guys, Mick from Beanham Brew. Sorry I was a bit bit late coming back. It's been a couple of hours, I think. Was chatting obviously to my grandfather on the phone because it's Remembrance Sunday today. So yeah, I like to I see him more or less every day, or I do speak to him as much as I can. Obviously, him being in the forces, all the family were in the forces really, so it's obviously sort of one of those things. So yeah, sort of chatting away. Even though we spoke yesterday, we seem to find quite a lot to talk about, because basically, obviously, from about the age of 11 or 12, he was the one who brought me up really. So obviously all my uncles were in the forces, and grandfathers and great grandfathers, father as well. Just obviously became very distant from my father. Things affected him, and I won't get into that. But yeah, so yeah, it's Remembrance Sunday today. So people might find it quite strange that I'm brewing on a Sunday, but I like to keep myself sort of active, being around that sort of thing for all my life. So yeah, so getting back to this, yeah, we was sparging like last week. I need to get this sorted out because I didn't really hit the numbers again. As you obviously know from previous, I've got a couple of, I don't even know what I've done with them, kegs. I'm trying to get some more, but I need to get me backside in gear basically and get them sort of sorted, because you've seen lots of systems on there. That's what I basically ultimately would like in the end. Is it all electronic with PDIs and STCs and all that sort of stuff? It's just getting round to it. The only sort of week I can see that I might get a chance is Christmas week, because I do work 365 days a year, or I'm on call 365 days a year, but we try not to book anything in for the Christmas week. We do try to have that week off. So if I can get everything together, I would like to do that. I'm going to try and do some brews as well that week as well. But yeah, I would like to try and sort of break the camel's back, if you like, with getting that part of it done. So I'm just slowly sparging. I think, like again, I'm not using the sparge arm or anything again. I'm sort of batch sparging. Slowly getting it in there. I've run it through a couple of times till it's running clear. It smells absolutely gorgeous. I've weighed all my other bits. This will be the first time I'm using leafy hops. I think they didn't have pellets, so, or I didn't read the label properly. So smell absolutely phenomenal. Really do smell lovely. So yeah, I've done that, and then I've got me star anise and me cinnamon sticks, and nutmeg, and my Pro Flock in there, because that's for the last sort of 10 minutes. And I haven't done the candy crystals, whatever yet. Like I said, I'll keep some of it off and maybe get it, because I think it's going to stick in the bottom of that. Even if I turn it off, I just think it's going to stick. I don't know, might be wrong. I presume this is why they use these. Can't remember the. Hang on, it's on the tip of my tongue. Can't remember what you guys call it. What do you call it? I don't know. The arm that goes down the inside and gives it swirling effect, I suppose. I presume that's to keep everything moving, and so it can't sort of settle and stick to elements and stuff. Like I say, on these brew coat, well, this ain't actually a brew coat. What tier? And then they're in the bottom, obviously underneath. It does burn on the bottom and stick and stuff. So with the other ones, I've obviously got the stainless steel element, which I've still got one here. I did do a test run on it, and I wasn't that in chuff. The element, don't get me wrong. Sorry about this. Let me get this out of here. What's going on here? Right. Now the element, the stainless steel 2.5 kilowatt element, is a fantastic element, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely phenomenal. But I've only got one fitted, I only bought two, I've only got one fitted in that keg. And it took for an absolute age to come to the boil. So what I'm basically going to do is fit this one to that one as well and get a couple more. I mean, they're just tidy little, people who are no good at wiring, obviously don't want to have the bother of wiring, it's done for you. It's a lovely long lead on it, and as I say, it's a lovely bit of kit. Out of all of the stuff I fitted, that was the only soldering thing that didn't leak, and it had the biggest hole. Yeah, so just a fantastic, I think, anyway. Stainless steel, I do like using stainless steel. I'm not a great lover of copper and stuff. I know obviously when you're making spirits you need the copper. I think you give it to the tannins or whatever, I don't know. Never done it, so I can't really advise. But yeah, so this one's going to be fitted in there, and I'll get a couple more. I might chop or actually unscrew take the 13 amp plug off and put a 16 on it, because I've got 16 and 32 in here, and obviously it's going to be run into the box when I make it. So I've got the box, just got to put all the stuff in it. So now whether they're going to just be plugged in the bottom, or whether I'm going to join the two and have them in 16, I haven't really made my mind up yet. It's still in my head, but yeah, I'm going to get some more. So that's why I haven't used them, because it takes as long as it takes longer than that to come to the boil. So I definitely would need two in there, I think, to give me maybe a quicker boil and a more aggressive boil. So yeah, hopefully Christmas week we'll get round to that. Sorry again for the waffle. I know it's not exciting. So yeah, the Christmas hour, I'm just sparging that, so I'll come back when we get up to the first boil, which is at the start of the boil. That could take a flicking age, so we're not going to hang around here all that time, even though I could fill the space. You guys don't want to be listening to me having a right old flipping waffle to myself. I can do that without the camera being on. So yeah, we'll be back soon. Alright guys. Hi guys, just a quick one. Just thought I would, out of focus, pre-boil gravity. It's showing, I think, I won't focus too well, 1032, I think it is. So yeah, that's the pre-boil gravity. Back soon. Right, we've just started to boil, guys. So the first hop addition is going in, which I didn't remember rightly, 18 grams of Challengers. So in we go, 18 grams. Start. Right, 55 minutes time. We'll come back for the next hop addition. So I'll keep my eye on that, and we'll be back 55 minutes, guys. Cheers. Right guys, 15 minutes left. We're doing the second hop addition, which is 15 minutes. The Styrene Goldings, 26 grams. I've already, let me just stir that in. I've took, the first time, like I say, I've used leafy hops. Normally I use pellets, but they didn't have pellets, so I thought, well, we'll give this a go. See how we get on with that. So we got, in 5 minutes time, we got the last lot. The crystal candy sugar thing I've put in there a little while ago, just to try and dilute it. No, dissolve it. And Whirlpool was the word I was looking for earlier. Whirlpool. So you most probably were all shouting at the screen, Whirlpool, Whirlpool. So yeah, it was Whirlpool. While I was feeding the chickens, I thought, bloody hell, it's Whirlpool. So yeah, put that in there, and obviously got that in there, which is, I think, 10 minutes before the end. No, 5 minutes. So I'll add that in there in a minute. 5 minutes to the end. Put the old Pro Flock jobby in. So we got the last, sorry you can't see me, last hop addition in a minute, after 5 minutes, which is, no, when we turn off. we've got the last hop edition, Styrene Goldings of Flame Out. So in 10 minutes it's star anise, cinnamon stick, and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, which I've already got in there. And like I said earlier, using whey yeast again. Can you see that one? 1028 London Ale. I'll tell you what, these don't half smell phenomenal when you open them. Compared to the obviously the pouched Muntjac, don't get me wrong, I think they're good because obviously that's all I was using before. But they just sort of smell yeasty. Oh, these smell lovely. They do smell lovely. Smell like beer before you even started. So I don't know if it's done from. Oh, you get out of it. You can't come in. Right, yeah. Be back in a minute. In 3 minutes to be precise. So yeah, check back in a minute, mate. Right, guys. 10 minutes from the end. Add in the cinnamon stick, star anise, and nutmeg. So 5 minutes time. Let's start the starter. 10 minutes time. Sorry. Got to add the candied sugar. So yeah, that's that. Oh bloody no! That then half smells like soup or curried rice. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Like I say, I've never used that before. I've most probably tried a beer with it in. I'm not sure. But yeah, things seem to be going okay. Hopefully, touch wood, we've not jinxed that. But we seem to be going quite well. So yeah, back in 10 minutes for that syrupy stuff, candied sugar, whatever it is, like candy crystal, which I suppose is just sugar. So back soon, guys. Right, last 5 minutes, gonna put this in. Sorry you keep seeing the back of my head, it's not very good, is it? It's that light candied crystal. It's all dissolved, which is handy. Yeah, that in. I've got my water chiller in. Next 5 minutes, come back for the last 5 minutes, which is Flame Out, and the last op edition, which again is the Styrene's Golding. I think that's how you spell it. Right, me again, guys. That's Flame Out. I do need to sort this camera work out. Last op edition going in. Let's turn that. We did have a bit of steam over in here, so yeah, last op edition. In it goes. Give it a stir. So next job, obviously, chill it down. Get it in the fermenter. So I'll be back once we chill down. Right, guys, that's me done for today. End of my brew. I pitched the yeast. I didn't video pitching the yeast because I suppose it's the same as the last time. Yeah, pitched the yeast, put it in the fermenter. According to that, that's got to be fermented at 22 degrees. The one that I put in last week for 12 is supposed to be finished, I think, this week. The Baltic Porter, but it's still bubbling away in there like a. Have a quick look. Still bubbling away like an absolute nutter. So I don't know when that's actually supposed to finish. I'm just having a quick look. I do apologise. I just should have had a look first, shouldn't I? Yeah. It don't say, does it? Does it say? Ferment. 12 degrees. Don't actually say. That's handy then. I don't know how long you're supposed to ferment it for. We're supposed to take gravity readings. We're still bubbling away like a nutter, so I'm leaving it at the moment. I won't even check the gravities, I don't think, till it stops bubbling. I know the IPAs, when I do them, they take about 2 weeks, so I could leave it in there. Well, I will leave it in there, obviously, till it stops bubbling. But hopefully it'll finish before I do the next brew. I'm going to try and squeeze one in on Saturday, next week, because I definitely know I can't do the Sunday. Well, I've been told I can't do the Sunday because we're supposed to be going somewhere. So yeah, so we'll hopefully do it on Saturday, all being well. I jinxed myself a little bit. Obviously this is the final conclusion of the today's brew. Should have had a gravity reading of 1012. Yeah. Yeah, 101. No, yeah, 1012. I'm sorry, original gravity of 1063. I ended up with 1058, which isn't masses away, but should have ended up with 23 litres. I only ended up with 21, so I've sort of lost 2 litres somewhere. I think I know where I might have lost that. I think I only done 30.5 litres, where it says I should have done 32.5. Could have been there, I don't know. Could have gone out there, or I could have gone anywhere, but there we go. It's it is what it is till we start to bottle it, and then obviously with the fermentation I might only end up with 20, but it is what it is. Never done it before, enjoyed doing it. Yeah, it was quite good. The other thing I've realised, or I've noticed now, obviously reading this book, the conditioning times on them. This one says 8 weeks for conditioning at 12 degrees. I suppose in the summer that could be quite tricky. I don't know about in the winter time. I suppose I might be able to find a cool shed or somewhere to put it. Wish I'd picked a few more of those fridges up. I think I said before, the 2 I had there, they had 7 exactly the same. Obviously come out of a big company that must have gone under or something. These people do relocations, moving, whatever, so I wished I picked a few more up, because I could have actually put them on top of those 2 that are down there, or put them somewhere else, and I could have used them, I suppose, as conditioning fridges, the same as you do for fermentation fridges. You can set the temperature. I presume, yeah, most of them are, well, in fact quite a few of these do say condition at 12 degrees, so yeah, I'll look into that. As I say, I'm going to bottle condition these, where I have on the others put them in the kegs, but I've got an IPA in the keg at the moment, and the other 2 kegs are now been cleaned, emptied, and I've wrapped them up. I'm having so much problems trying to decarb it. I think I've overcarbed it, and now you can't get it in a bottle because you just end up with loads of foam. So instead of having that issue again, I think I'm just going to bottle condition them, because my partner said she's going to help me do it, which is, as I said earlier on in the video, Christ, it went so much easier. I suppose with the 2 of you it's going to, but yeah, we just got a bit of a rhythm going on and we got it done. Looking at getting another bottler, because that one I've bent it, so the only reason I was putting more pressure on it, a couple of them I found, now I don't know if it's the caps that are doing it, or it was me or the capper, but a couple I'd done a little while ago, when I took the caps off, didn't actually feel like there was too much resistance, and I thought, I wonder if they've gone on. Beer wasn't funky or anything, so I'm looking at maybe getting another one. I don't know. Yeah, bent the handle on it, so I'm obviously putting enough force on it. I've got it close enough to the bottle, because you can't get it any closer, because you can't get the bottle under it. So, but there we go. Yeah, as always, I hope everyone's had good brews, good weekends, everything's gone swimmingly, and yeah, see you on the next brew day. All the best.